So what I've been doing lately now is making these scratch made houses and buildings that were situated in John Street. This one's got a slightly bit more detail than what one of the other houses will have that's further back. I've done the windows, doors, there's curtains in there, and then they'll then just get plopped onto position. And the next building that I'm working on is the old Tempest Hall, which currently now is the Scala Snooker Club. There's pictures of this building going back as far as the 1900s. I'm not 100% sure when the original building was built. I'm sure it was 1888 or something like that. The building is still currently there. It's a snooker hall. Now, next to this building, back in the photos where it was in the 1900s, there was a smaller building that was a brewery, I believe, and then next to that then there was the Merthyr Times office, which was the local paper during the time. The two buildings are currently gone, and in place of them now you've got the post office, and I believe there's another two shops, or one shop there, that's in quite a substantial building, flats on the top of it. Where the original post office was, like I said, where you had Tempest Hall, you had like a brewery, and then further down you had the Times office. But what it is now is you've got the shops, then you had the post office, and what they've done at a later date is the post office has moved up to where the shop was, and the shop has moved down to where the post office was. So there's a bit of swapsy changey going on there. As you can see, I haven't brick papered none of the back of the station yet. It's still all white plasticard. The buildings, as I said, are plasticard. This stuff here is around about 1 millimetre thick. I think I paid around about £11–12 I think for 10 A4 sheets of 1mm plastic. The station then was made with 2mm plastic. Absolute nightmare to try and cut it. A little bit easier with the 1mm card, and the card plastic. So what I'll be doing then is these then will be fitting quite snug to where the back wall is. I did start making a template for the shop buildings. It's just the plastic card again underneath and a bit of brick paper on the top. Because what I've got to do is these add a load of windows on the top of it for where the flats are now. The peak section has been removed. I've kept it on in this case, and this one then go down on this area here. There's a lane right next to the Tempest Hall. Stay. Right next here now we'll have the post office then. That's going to be another build, but at the moment we've got 4 buildings. This year I originally thought was the wholesalers, and looking back at some of the photos now, it weren't. There was another pathway coming down here to where there was another row of buildings along here. That was the wholesalers, or the fruiteers as they call them. So this was another building here where there was trucks and wagons then parked in them, so then they would load up and take the goods away. Closer down towards the screen then you had like a big warehouse, and that then would be situated here. I know we're fast approaching Christmas, and I'm hoping after Christmas now I can order some more points for the layout. I've currently got no points. The last one I had, I trod on. I know I broke it, so I'll be ordering some more now after Christmas. I'm waiting for a photograph to turn up of an aerial shot of Merthyr back in 1958. This station then had no roof. There was a big chunk missing out of it, totally gone. So you ended up with 2 walls either end, and there was just sheltered canopies then running along the platforms. But I want to try and get this station roof done after Christmas. I'll be ordering some clear perspex or plasticard, so then we can get the glass roof on. But as you can see, it's coming quite nicely. I'll pick the camera up now and I'll show you around there. And this now would be John Street. You can see you got a few more buildings to win yet. I have ordered a tram because, as I said, I would like to actually have trams on the actual tram road itself. The baseboard may have to come out another foot, so it'll allow me another foot board to go along, just so I can get this tram system in place. I've got the 2mm plasticard here, that's mounted on a bit of batten. I'm hoping this stuff would allow a magnetic system to pull the tram if I was to take this across onto the other board. So then I can have the tram then going from here and then working its way up the tram roadside north before it loops back on itself. So that would be something if I can get it done. Also, I've started making a Merthyr sign. The prototype is up and I have got to redo it again. I'm not totally happy with it, but just above the layout then you'll see the sign. The future of the layout then, I will be staying in place, and what I will do then is I'll attach battens across here and the end there, run them right across to the other end, and then I will put a lighting system in so the whole layout can get lit according to how I want it. That way then I'm not actually casting any shadows, and it'll be quite nice then when you're taking the camera out to it. But I'd say at the moment there's probably about close enough to 100 hours put onto it so far, and it doesn't look a lot. I've got to be honest, it does not look a lot. So I'll keep updated now with the next bit of the build. I have got a saddle tank coming, which my wife bought me. It was only second hand on eBay. I quite fancied it, and I said, oh, can I have it for Christmas? And she's like, oh, how much? But it was only 30 quid. Absolute bargain. So I know I missed a delivery by Royal Mail today, and I'm pretty sure it is the saddle tank. So before I go to work tomorrow now, I will go down and pick it up, and hopefully when I come back home and after work I'll put it on the layout and see how it looks, and we'll go from there. But just a quick update on the layout and how things are progressing. I'll show you a couple of shots of what I meant with the Tempest Hall. There was a small brewery and the Merthyr Times office, the local paper, so you can see what I mean with that. But that was back in the 1900s that photo was taken. When the new buildings were put up, I'm not 100% sure, but if someone knows, they can put me out of my misery and find out for me and let me know. That'll be something. Also a big shout out to Family Model Railways. I subscribed to them, entered the competition, and I have won a prize they were giving away. Quite shocked with that, to be honest with you. Never won anything in my life, so big thank you to them as well. Go along, check them out. Lovely family. They're into the model railways, so go ahead, find them, subscribe. I have, and I'll see you again. See you soon.